ATLYSS is an open-world MMORPG made by one developer, Kissif. The developer of the game originally released it in 2024, but it's still in early access, meaning the things that I talk about in this video may or may not be subject to change in the future. But with that out of the way, we need to talk about whether this game is all goon. Okay, so opening up the game, the main menu of it is honestly pretty basic. You can start a multiplayer session and play with friends, or just play solo by yourself. If you click one of these options, it will bring you to the character selection or creation screen, and well, yeah, so you can make the buttocks, breasts, and belly of your little fur character just balloon out, which is definitely something to say the very least. Then again, in the game's defense, you don't have to make your character into a walking inflation furry. You can give them relatively normal proportions. And outside of the asset sliders, the character creation is actually pretty good and in-depth. There's a couple species you can choose from, but of the species I'm showing here, you can customize the horns, hair, face, tails, ears, and overall just a lot. You can customize a lot. It's honestly pretty impressive and in-depth character creation for a game made by a solo developer. You can also distribute your character's stats here into areas such as strength, endurance, and vitality. But with that section out of the way, we can name our character and head into the actual game. Welcome to the world of ATLYSS. The atmospheric sounds when you spawn in are honestly pretty cool, as you can hear the waves from the ocean crashing against stone, birds chittering, and walking forward, we can spot a large church, and inside is Angela. I can definitely see where a lot of the art for the game probably comes from, but she just gives us a pretty basic quest to explore the safe area of the game, which gives me a good opportunity to talk about it. There's the gateway in the safe area, which brings you to other areas. There's a shop area with a shopkeep, who, yeah, again. We can also move further, though, and find Vivian, who's in charge of enchantments, and she looks relatively normal. We can also find Enoch, who's the main warrior of the game, and he's also like one of the only male characters in the game. Like, there's two of them, I think, but he's pretty muscular, but he doesn't seem like he's like straight goon like maybe some of the other characters. But with that out of the way, we can return to Angela, which should then give us our first real quest involving combat. We have to make our way through some of the side areas where we can see gateways and portals that offshoot into even more side areas, but our main focus is the catacombs. Now, the catacombs in this game are basically just like your average dungeon in any MMORPG, really. Just something you can do alone or with friends repeatedly to get better gear, consumables, or experience. But with that out of the way, we can enter where the catacombs are and enter the portal into the main combat area of the catacombs. Now, I'll be the first one to say, the game's combat is pretty good. I mean, if you ask me, I think it's like really great. Now, I haven't played much with the magic or thief classes, but strictly from the point of view of the basic warrior and swing your weapon till the guy dies standpoint, it's really good. The way that the combat essentially works in the game is that it's based almost entirely off parrying. There is a dodge, but you aren't invincible during it. What I also really like about the parrying system is you have to time it right, but it isn't like that horribly strict. If you do it too early, you just block the hit, and it still doesn't make you take any damage, but you do lose some stamina, which is really valuable in combat. But if you hit a perfect parry though, not only do you not lose stamina and not take damage, you also temporarily stun the enemy that you parried. Overall, I think the combat system of hit, parry, hit is honestly quite fun and an addicting gameplay loop. Now, the catacombs aren't just full of enemies that you need to fight though. They have little parkour sections or areas locked by keys that you need to get. There's also these little eye statues that shoot laser beams at you if they spot you. But skipping to the end of the catacomb, we can do the objective that Angela gave us and leave them. Heading back to her, we can finish off the quest and get our next quest from her. Diva must die. This is our first quest involving a boss, and for this one we need to head to the slime area and kill 15 slimes, and of course kill the slime diva boss. Honestly, not that crazy of a task, so we can head over to the slime area and start killing the slimes, which isn't too horribly hard, as we now know the combat mechanics of the game, and eventually we can make our way to the diva's arena, kill some more slimes, and summon her. So, yeah. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't think this Slime Diva was another fan service character. She's a very well-designed boss though, as she's well telegraphed with her moveset of summon slimes, slam the ground, and shoot slimes from her kahunas. But beyond that, she's also a really well-designed character visually wise. She has a pretty cool and notable design, and I don't think her attire is truly that skimpy, as I really feel like the only fan service attack that you really get out of her, or the main portion that I think is fan service, is kind of the kahuna attack. But beyond that, she's not too difficult to kill, as once you have her attack pattern down, she goes down pretty easily. And we can return to Angela and claim our reward. And there's no new quest, at least until we're level 8. At this point in the game, we're pretty much set loose to grind and level up while doing side quests. Most of them aren't of note, as they just involve killing some stuff or collecting some items or doing this, that, and the other. But one does involve something slightly different, as it involves a higher level catacombs. And the higher level catacombs has a one main difference from the one we did earlier. After making our way through the higher level catacombs, you can be met with two options. Either leave and return to the main world, or fight the boss. Now if you choose to fight the boss, you'll be teleported to an arena area, and of course the boss will spawn. Now the boss doesn't have any fan service. He's just kind of like a basic spirit boss with some ranged melee and summon abilities. Nonetheless, he's like all other bosses. He just has a well-designed moveset, pretty memorable character design, even though he just isn't that important. But overall, I think he's pretty cool. And after beating him, you're given a special loot chest and sent on your way. Now, at this point, our character is level 8, so we can head back to Angela and get our new quest involving the keep. Essentially, it's just a new gateway has opened up to a new area, and we just gotta check it out. We can make our way to it, claim the waypoint to it, and...
That's it? That's the last episode?
Well, that's not exactly it. There's still the entire keep area to be explored, and there's an area I never even touched on, which involves the boar enemies and a very cool boar boss. But talking about them at this point is pretty redundant, as they both follow the same principle of do quests, make it through the area while killing enemies, and fight a big bad boss at the end for loot, so you can get even stronger. One thing I do want to touch on though is this setting. It certainly doesn't help the gooner allegations, but activating it, even if I'm hiding it right near here, it truly doesn't show anything. You're just kind of smooth all over like a Ken doll. But that's basically ATLYSS. And now it's time for the big question we brought up again. Is it just a gooner game, or is it even a gooner game in general? Well, my answer is going to have to be no. It's not a gooner game. Now, wait a second. Don't click off the video. Hear me out. The main reason I don't think it's a gooner game is because it's a good game outside of those elements, and a lot of those elements can really be avoided. Like, I personally think it's more akin to an anime with a fan service character. Yes, seeing that character will make most people groan, but it does help bring in a whole new audience. ATLYSS is a game that is most certainly played by some gooners, who I'm sure has some despicable mods involving Angela, but just because there's a fair amount of gooner fans and some fan service doesn't make it inherently a gooner game. It's just a game with a pretty fair amount of fan service, and that's alright. It's no different than any other anime or show or any other game that's really done that generally. It just is trying to bring in a whole new audience. So, that's my reasoning for why I don't think it's a gooner game. Thank you for watching. Maybe throw me a cheeky like and a cheeky subscribe. And I suppose let's move on to my outro song. Hey everybody, this is my outro song. I hope that you do sing along. I'm the Moth Maker, and I make content. Please give me money. I need money. Please subscribe. I don't have a dime. I have really, really bad rhymes. Please subscribe. This is the outro song. The outro song. The outro song. This is the Moth Maker outro song. Please subscribe. I don't have a dime. If you give me a little bit of your time, maybe subscribe and give me a dime. A dime, a dime, a dime, a rhyme. I got bars from Mars. Girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Boys go to Mars to get more bars. That's what I'm saying. My name's not Lars. My name is Mothmaker, and I take time to make these videos, and I spit bars, rhymes, and hymes, and lots of things. So please subscribe and have a good time. Bye.